Hello, hello. It is day 83 of my 365-day raw suspending disbelief journey. It is July 14th, 2024, and I have been recording these a little bit earlier in the day, and it's feeling better at this point. So with the heat that we've had, with the illness that I've had, with the kids being home, all of that kind of stuff, I'm choosing to take advantage of um, when I feel energized to do it versus doing it right before bed. I may change that. I may not, whatever. But it does feel better this way right now. So that's where I'm at. Um, Today was, again, a no kids day. My ex decided to keep them a day longer. Um, Continuing to play along with the flexibility there and just allow that to be what it is. My oldest slept in, got her stuff done quick, and then ran out of the house again to go spend the day with her boyfriend. So, sayonara. I have been able to get an absolute ton done in relation to the Spiral of the Rose podcast, which is the one that Kelly and Jess and I are doing together that we've been planning for over a year now, and are finally getting really close to launching. So, getting super, super excited about that. Getting recordings trimmed and all set to go and become the wonderful episodes that we will be sharing, and getting a basic, landing page sign up thing for email addresses for people to be notified about it done, and working in tandem with Kelly mostly around a lot of this like back end stuff. Jess is not, it's just not really her thing. Kelly and I have lots of practice with it. So we're going at it together, and it's kind of fun doing it as a team. Um, Really, really loving the collaboration stuff lately anyways. And this has just been, uh, we've talked about it many times. This is our unofficial mastermind, and the stuff that we have talked about and the growth that we have had and the support that we have for one another, um, and the topics that have randomly come up for us in our conversations that we are now able to take and turn into um, deeper conversations, right? More, we're none of that has been verbal. It's all been by text. So now we're taking that and bringing some of those really intriguing topics into our podcast, and just so freaking excited about it. It is going to be so good. So I have been doing that today. I have been playing a little bit of catch up in other areas, and just today has been a lot more effective. My computer did turn on today. I don't know why it wouldn't turn on yesterday, but I did get it to turn on today, thank goodness, and I'm able to, start moving through some of this stuff. So that is incredible. Feeling, it's still hot out, but it's not so intensely hot that we all feel like we're dying. So sleep has been better. The misery is less. The mindset is easier, all of those things. And just like I talked about a couple of episodes ago, where I was saying that, I'm struggling with mindset and all of that, it's just a lot easier when you've had good sleep, when you are feeling comfortable in your body because you're not 10,000 degrees, and when, you know, as much as I love having my kids around, the days that they're not here, it is a lot easier to get things done. So, um, yeah, really celebrating that feeling of, um, we are always doing exactly what we're supposed to be, and um, that we're always exactly where we're supposed to be, and that everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to be, and all of these things. It's just, it can be hard to believe on those struggle days, right? And it is a lot easier on the days where it's smoother. But I'm really grateful for this reflection time every day where I get to help myself remember, where I get to remind myself that it's okay, that we're, you know, all progressing through and we have our ups and downs, and all of this is normal, and that it's okay, and that it is still taking me exactly where I want to be. Having conversations with people who just feel so amazingly aligned. Everything feels wonderful. Um, I spent some time on my finances today, which is like I've mentioned before, pulling teeth to get me to do that a lot of the time. I actually, when I got my daughter up, I was like setting myself up down at the bar area to work there. Like I mentioned, that's my new like financial workspace. And she was like, "What are you doing working here?" And she was all weirded out by it, but it was really effective, right? And I was able to get lots done. So that's incredible. And just the feeling is amazing, but um also really trying to remind myself, like, when I'm having these more positive days, that it's that I should not should that how do I want to say this? On those other days, those are just the balance for the really high days. And then there are days like this that are sort of like the average days, and the in between, that are effective. They're not like blow your mind excruciatingly exciting, but they're also just that they're that stasis, they're that in between. And um becoming aware of that on these days, so that on days when it's lower, I can just be aware that it's just a lower day, and that it's okay, and it's not the big scheme of things. And um that it's a lot easier than to maintain my suspending disbelief about all of it, that I'm able to be like, it's okay, this is fine, right? And not in a toxic positivity way, but just in an actual being able to believe it way. Where I will say, like, over the last week, probably for the first time since the beginning of this challenge, I really sort of fell out of that belief for a few days. And um still feeling a little bit of the wonky energy, but not quite as badly. And now being able to wrap my brain around it again, get my belief behind it again, um, suspend disbelief again, trust myself that I'm creating the experiences that I want to have, and that my success is inevitable, and all of it just yeah, feeling a little bit easier to believe and stick with, and um, feel confident with. And just, I guess, yeah, just it's really a good reminder, right? That if you are um, experiencing something similar, if you're listening to this podcast and you're like, I am having such a hard time suspending this belief because the proof is in the pudding, right? The proof is in front of my face that it's not true right now. And same here. And there are days where it's hard, and it's okay. It's okay that it's hard. And do your best to support yourself through those times, take care of your needs through those times, and trust that those better days are coming, right? That it will turn around, that it's not going to stay that way. And I think that's probably the big shift for me from past years of my life, is knowing that these down days do happen. And even when I'm in them and I'm like, feeling ick, um, I still can know that it's not going to stay this way, that it's going to get better. And um, not fall into that sort of victim, soggy cornflake mindset where it's like, nothing's working, right? No, some things are working, and some of it is working behind the scenes where um I don't know about it yet, right? Just like yesterday with staying off of my screens and off of my bit or out of my business for the entire day. And then, getting into that little bit of a panic mode of like, I haven't done anything on that, and opening it to find the proof that it was still working without me being in it. And then being able to release that sort of panic mode that like must do something productive in my business specifically, not just in life, and whatever feeling, so that I could go back to the feeling that I had had all day of um just calm comfort, like just really being okay with following those nudges and trusting that they were exactly what needed to be happening, and trusting that my my bedroom getting a refresh was exactly what needed to happen right then, that my sewing projects being a cluttery thing in my field were something that was probably holding me back and causing stuck energy. And so getting those done and knocked off the list, and, all of those kinds of things, just trusting and knowing that those parts of our lives matter too. We cannot have success, financial success, if we do not have that balance. And I really do believe that most of the time. And it's tough on certain days, right? I have my days where I'm like, I'm just not seeing it and things are hard today, and all of this, but that's okay too. And um giving ourselves the space to feel that way for a little bit, and still do our best to come up out of that, and feel better about that, and so on. So um that is, yeah, today is really just confirmation of the fact that holding out and still suspending disbelief, even when I was sort of really not feeling it, um, this is the proof. This is the proof that I was holding out for a reason, that it's for the best, that things are, that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and all of that. So, uh, yeah, just a reminder of what I was waiting for during those days was today. Today was what I was waiting for. Um and of course there's more that I was waiting for. Uh there's money that I'm waiting for. There's other pieces like that I'm waiting for, but um the feeling is back. And that's what I was really waiting for. The feeling is the biggest thing, and is what matters the most. So um and when I say waiting for, not waiting passively for, right? I was doing all of my part. I was doing the pieces that I needed to do. I was, um, giving myself the self care, spending the time with my kids, doing all of the pieces that I could do to lead that balanced life. That is my biggest goal at all times, and um, allow myself to be filled up by that, even though I wasn't doing, the specific things that I had wanted to be or whatever. So just um, supplementing my mindset as best as I could, reading something that would support that, watching videos that would support that, all of that kind of stuff. So it's not about toxic positivity. It's just about knowing what tools I have in my tool belt to help me shift into a better frame of mind when I'm feeling that way, when I'm feeling stuck, when things are not going the way that I want them to go, and so that I don't fall into the trap of why me and poor me and all of that kind of thing. So, yeah, definitely feeling like things are on the upswing, and uh, I may, I don't know, I also feel like I'm having some ascension symptoms a lot lately. I feel like things are, mindset and beliefs and all of that are shifting and transforming at a very deep level right now for me. And I feel like, um, as that happens, and as the growth is happening, like the painful growing stages in business and all of that, I'm feeling it physically quite a bit. And I'm not burning myself out by working insane hours. I'm not, I haven't been around anyone who's sick or anything like that. It's all just seems to be these ascension symptoms of like an upgrade. So trusting in that upgrade, if you are in the spiritual world at all, you'll know what I'm talking about. But just trusting that my spirit team, the universe, source, God, whatever you want to call it, is supporting me and has a plan that is going to bring me everything that I want and more, and that I can rely on that, right? I can trust that that is really truly the case, and in the meantime that my body and my mind and my spirit are receiving an upgrade, and definitely going to be going to bed early tonight because I am feeling it. So that is I think what I've got for you guys today. I hope that if you are listening to this podcast, it is supporting you in your own suspending disbelief journey. I love to hear about your stories and all of that, so share them in the comments. There's been a little bit of a shift in the way that Spotify for podcasters, which is what I use for my podcast, is operating their comment section. I'm not 100% sure how it's going to work yet or what that looks like yet. But I do believe that I'll be able to respond to comments now, which wasn't possible before, which would be amazing. So tell me about what's going on for you with suspending disbelief. Tell me about what things that I talk about resonate for you. And I will drop the sign up if you are interested in receiving email notifications of the suspending disbelief episodes as they go out, as well as it's just a weekly update. So you're not going to get like a daily email because that would drive me crazy. It's a weekly update. And I include all the links from the past week of the Suspending Disbelief podcast, as well as Kelly's Suspending All Disbelief blog and Jess's Inevitable Dreams podcast, or not podcast, but Telegram channel. And I really do have to say, like, the post that I opened to on Facebook was talking about how whenever that particular person is feeling a little bit lost, or like they would like some coaching from me, or all of that kind of stuff, and it's just not a coaching day because they're in one of my programs, she was saying that she's able to then come and listen, and she always, whether she listens to part of an episode or multiple episodes, always gets what she needs out of it to stay on track, to continue suspending disbelief and all of that. And I have found the same effect when I am reading Kelly's blog posts or listening to Jess's Telegram, that when I'm having a day where I'm struggling with that, those are an amazing resource to turn to. And I will usually play catch up. So I'll like not be listening every day when I'm doing fine. And then when I feel like I need some support in that area, then I go and I listen and I read, and it just is amazingly supporting. So, highly recommend getting on that list just for the quick access links to all of the updates that happen as they happen. And, I'm not perfect for getting them out exactly on the same day every week, but they get sent out, and gives you a week's worth of stuff to listen to or read or whatever that will support your mindset on this journey. If you are also suspending disbelief, if you have joined the movement, if you are taking the challenge and really rolling with it. So again, I love to hear about it. Please share, and definitely sign up for those reminders weekly, and definitely be reading Kelly's blog posts. They're so inspiring. There's a lot of mindset coaching that happens in there as well. And Jess's are always so beautiful. I love Jess's unique perspective on everything. So highly recommend all of it. um, and yeah, that's what I've got for you guys today. And thank you for listening. Thank you for being here with me. And I will talk to you all soon.